Alright, guys. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. Dude, the funniest thing happened. I was gonna sit down, I was gonna do an LR tier list, right? And, like, I don't know, like, in my head, I was like, alright, we're doing LR tier list. And before you know it, I'd gathered all the images together to do a TR tier list. I was like, well, I guess we'll just do that then. And we'll do an LR tier list probably tomorrow. Probably. We gotta, for the LRTN update. So I guess what we're gonna look at here, I mean, this is gonna be, there's two things, really, added to this. I think this might be a bit controversial, but I'll show why. So we have Easy Yamcha. And then the other thing that we also have added to it is Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who I was actually rather impressed by. Now, I was very hard on Daima Vegeta because he's a character locked into slot 1 who is not very good out of slot 1. But that could be okay if I could count on him. Like, if I knew, like, Daima Vegeta going slot 1, he's good, I'd be fine with it. But previously, it wasn't like that. Well, with his new equips, which we have right here, don't worry, I've already told, Kabuki that we need the godly. We need godly, not Z+. It's not 1945 where we have Z+ equips. We need godly equips now. But, video performs very well. But the raw defense makes a huge difference. This is Daima Vegeta on release. Same super attack. Boom. Look at the damage he took. Here's Daima Vegeta with the defensive equips. That, I feel like this damage right here, might, like, people would see it and go, oh, he's ass. That's so much damage. But, like, this Rose that we're fighting right here, like, this is, like, the worst possible matchup. Like, outside of a Festival of Battles boss, like, there's not, like one of these red zone bosses that's going to hit Daima Vegeta harder than that. Like, that's it. And if we examine the situation, that's not with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, we have no support up. It's just AGL Vegeta next to him. We don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku transform for massive, 2-turn defensive support. We don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku on rotation for the extra damage reduction support. Like, that's the point of this. Daima Vegeta at his minimum, 8, like, the worst super attack. I gotta get him on here. Honestly, I could probably even get him higher on this list. And I will. I'm gonna slide him up 1. And I'm gonna put AGL Cell at 15. AGL Cell's good. He could have some flaws, but I think he can perform well with Vil and stuff like that. I feel like AGL Cell's a character I like less than other people. There's the other two cells who are really good. But I feel like when I rock AGL Cell, a lot of times, I mean, there's just potentially a lot of moving parts that could go bad. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of AGL Cell. I think maybe if we're able to use his Rage mode more often for, like Team Protector type abilities, sure. He's good. But, I mean, this is the top 15 TURs, and, I mean, every month at this point, we're getting a new DOKKANFEST plus, like 3 Easy A's or, Super Easy A's, stuff like that, right? I mean, this like, list is going to be very fluid if I'm always going to be doing an updated TUR list. I'm just dropping AGL Cell down. I think that's probably as far as I'm going to get Daima Vegeta. Here, let me close these out as well. We don't need these anymore. All right. AGL Paikuhan is next. And I do have TEQ Janemba right here. The thing with AGL Paikuhan and Janemba, neither, I would say, have got, like, the greatest setup for themselves right now. Paikuhan is definitely pretty runnable, and he has the very strong Ghost Usher. You don't want to discount the Ghost Ushers. I think a massive mistake a lot of players in the community make is that they completely underrate Ghost Usher abilities, right? They're very, very broken, right? Just making it to where the boss cannot attack at all is a supremely powerful ability. So just, like, on account of that active skill, plus the fact that he's, like, dodging so he can hold his own, although dodging, I would say, is not as good as in 2025. Paikuhan has still got a lot of support. He's got the Ghost Usher active, which is good. Janemba, I think, is just a very strong character This is the type of character, like this guy or AGL Cell, I feel like don't really necessarily have the best spots for them. I mean, I guess AGL Cell pretty comfortably fits on STR Cell's team, but I just haven't really been too much of a fan of AGL Cell. I'm sorry. I don't know. We could start to cycle AGL Cell on out of there. All right, next. This is where I'm going to slide in DOKKANFEST Yamcha. I do think Yamcha is a little... I mean, I would say underrated. He is very reliant on dodge, and truthfully, there is a lot of dodge right now, right? But, I mean, they're also giving us... there's a lot of dodge canceling right now. They're giving us so many dodge characters. I mean, I'm not really too upset with, like, AGL Paikuhan being a dodge character, or this guy being a dodge character, because that's what their kit originally was. But, I mean, we do have to understand that, you know, with all this dodge canceling all over, I mean, you know, you really would rather a character be able to eat these hits, instead of just having to play around with them with the dodges and stuff like that. But Yamcha can be pretty explosive. I've found that Yamcha added to the core of, like, Tien and Tao and stuff like that, kind of like Earthling setup, all those like, major Earthling characters together, they really can be pretty powerful. And Yamcha doesn't really feel that out of place, and doesn't, to me, feel that weak. I like Yamcha. I think if not for all the dodge canceling all over, I think I would have Yamcha as, like, the highest tier of character in my list. I would have him in kind of like that Z tier rank, if not for the dodge canceling all over the game. Next, I just want to grab the two Buus right here. I do really like Super Easy A Buuhan, obviously a tremendous character. And then Fat Buu, I don't know, maybe soon I can start looking at lowering Fat Buu on this list. Because you guys have heard me say, right, I think damage is more important in 2025, right? Like, people talking about damage has been, you know, a huge thing always, right? I mean, you know, the damage is offense, right? It's dunks, it's 3-pointers, that's what people want. They want the big attack stats, the big damage. But in order to win, I mean, you need defense, right? Like, you know, you need Ray Lewis out there on some of these characters. You need strong defense. Fat Buu, with his Revive into Ghost Usher combo, is still very effective. But he really does hit like a feather. So, I don't know. The thing is, we're going to get to a point where we could just keep Fat Buu in here, like, theoretically, just basically forever, with how strong the combo is. I think what would make Fat Buu really fall off would be if they continue to structure the events the exact same way they do right now, to where they're long and, like, they would really ramp up, right? Because if Fat Buu would get to a point where even his defensive stacking is not, and, you know, his defensive stacking and then all the extra stats and stuff he gets like that after reviving, if all of that is not good enough for him, that's when he can be out of there. But, like, right now, it's like Fat Buu deserves placement on this list, but it's kind of like he's a complement to great characters. Like, a similar argument I would use why I think Beast is better than a lot of people give him credit for, I think you'd say the same thing about Fat Buu. Like, LR Beast Gohan is a great complement to the best units in the game. The same argument applies to Fat Buu, right? Like, he's a good complement to when you're running the best characters in the game. Like, he can help, you know, just get you a couple of turns and then they just wrap shit up instantly, right, is how that goes. Buuhan is just very good. Orb changing. These nuking characters this year just kick ass, right? Like, they drop, like, a character that gets a ton of stats per orb and they create their own orbs. They've just been really good. Buuhan, still a very effective character. All right, next is Glorio. I'm lowering Glorio. Bro, I hate Glorio so much. I mean, I don't want to be unfair to him. This shit is still so good. I don't really have an issue with him needing to be in slot 3. I see some people talk about that a lot. I don't really consider that to be a huge problem. The only, like, block to that is the fact that there's locking in, you know, some of the tough fights right now. So, I mean, he goes in slot 3, he gets locked in slot 1, but this is why Glorio is so good. He does still then have this, but I mean, there is also dodge canceling everywhere. But Glorio's got a nice kit. He's got the stacking and stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like I see Glorio get walloped a lot. Considering he is sitting on 80% dodge so much, it's probably crazy how often I see him get bullied. But, I mean, he deserves a high up spot. He's good. He's good. He's good. All right, next is Path to Power. Dude, I had to just move Path to Power Kid Goku up. I almost would just rather just say, yeah, I took the L and just... I wasn't, like, giving him enough respect. Like, he just kicks so much ass. Especially on that Tao team. I feel like the Tao team is where he's just, like, fully unlocked. He can get tagged and sniped and eviscerated. But, I mean, if you've got a lot of orbs, he can handle business. But, I mean, he's creating his own orbs. He's got the strong abilities. This, low-key, is a huge upgrade to his EZA. But I think Kid Goku, he does seem to work to me a lot better on that Tao team. I guess it's one of those things where, like, yeah, we're able to kind of get him to have some of those Dragon Ball Saga links maybe a little bit easier. We could run him on rotation sometimes. I just feel like Path to Power Kid Goku kicks ass, man. Like, he kicks ass. So I had to get him above, like, Fat Buu and Glorio and stuff like that. All right, next, let's just grab the next two. The two cells. The two cells here, I don't know that I really need to talk about them too much. Because we've had extensive... I can't find them. Here's Tech Cell, and I saw this here, so right there. I probably should have cleared some of this out. Like, I don't know, some of the... Like, AGL Bardock doesn't need to be here. Super Vegeta, right? Like, Jiren. Like, I guess I could just, like, clear some of that out. Whatever. Yeah, we don't need to talk about the cells too much. Tech Cell is similar to Buuhan, but he's just better in every way, pretty much. He can be really, 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 really good in slot 1 with a lot of damage reduction. He has attack debuffing capabilities if the boss can be debuffed. In Jiren and Universal Survival Saga is one of those. And then there's also the Blue Goku Red Zone fight, which I think is a very difficult fight. Tech Cell completely dominates those. And he's double orb changing from turn 1. That shit is so... He turn 1... Like, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. This is so crazy, dude. Okay. Because Buuhan gets the same thing, but his double orb changing doesn't start till turn 5. They just give it to Cell right away. Yeah, you're double orb changing, bud. Have fun. So, there we go. And then here we have STR Cell. STR Cell is just pretty good. He could become a very dominant slot 1 character and stuff like that. And handle business. I don't really know like what else we'd want to talk about with him. I mean, if we're running his team, remember the friend could be kind of weak. I've had a lot of issues running, like having to run like shitty 55% cells that are like link level 5 and stuff like that and can get really bullied. But even a 55% cell, that's the one that actually revives, can be strong defense. Like, this guy's good. He's just good. He's got the nice domain, which could buff characters. I do like STR Cell. I like Tech Cell as well. So now this takes us to kind of like the elite top of TURs right now. All right, now I do think we probably almost could even spend less time talking about this part than a lot of the other parts. Because like I'm assuming people will probably be shocked to see Daima Vegeta poke his head back on my list. But again, I do try to be pretty I don't know if I want to use the word objective, but I try not to pick favorites with characters, stuff like that. And if I hate a character, just no matter what, always dig my head in the sand and hate the character forever, even if things change. Like, I don't want to be like that, right? Like, new things happened. So a character's circumstances can change, right? Now, the top 4 to me is pretty clear. Tao, who was great. Tech Kefla, who's great. Hit, who is great. And then Kid Goku, to me. So let me just discuss them while I'm pulling them up. Tao, I mean, in the red zone stages is probably better than all of them except for Kid Goku. Maybe Hit. It's hard to say. Kid Goku is really just so dominant. Like, the more time goes on, like, for a bit, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to put Hit in front of Kid Goku, because Hit has, again, one of those Ghost Ushers. You must respect how good the Ghost Ushers, man. You have to. They're so broken. They could do so much for you. But Kid Goku is actually just so powerful, man. Like, just all the mechanics he has is crazy. Yeah, I gotta do my best to not have every single character on there next time. Here, let's get Hit at 2, and then let's get Kefla here. You know, Hit again has Ghost Usher. Kefla's very good with their stacking. She can get the transformation, stuff like that. Everything can be good. But here is the simple little reason why Tao is behind them, right? Festival Battles is an event that does matter. I know people hate it, but like it exists. It matters. The structure of Festival of Battles is exactly the same as the Red Zone fights. Like, the structure of the fights is exactly the same. It's just not like it. You know, it's rather than like, all right, like, we're here on turn 7. Now the fight begins. In Festival of Battles, it's all right. We're here on turn 70. Now the battle begins. But the structure is exactly the same, right? But Festival doesn't have annoying boss gimmicks in it. You know, locking, AoEs, sealing, you know, dodge canceling, all of those types of abilities. Those don't exist over in the Festival Battles. And Tao is just not, like, he can't compete in Festival. I mean, I know it is just simply one little ability, which is stacking, but he doesn't have what the girls have, what Hit has, what Kid Goku has. Kid Goku is probably the strongest everywhere. Hit can be bullied turn 1, right? But his Ghost Usher is stronger than anything I think the other 3 can do, right? Hit's Ghost Usher. Like, Hit has the highest probably peak of any of these 4 with his Ghost Usher turn. But Kid Goku pretty much doesn't have weaknesses. I mean, turn 1 or 2, maybe. The second his active goes up, I mean, it's done, basically. Right? The second he has that taste, it is truly, like, they did a great job of emulating what Goku is like in Dragon Ball. Right? What? It froze? What is this? Hello? Can we continue fishing? I guess we can't fish, guys. I'm sorry. But they did a good job. Yeah, I guess we can't fish anymore. Okay, guys, sorry. Okay, whatever. Yeah, because in OG Dragon Ball, like, as soon as Kid Goku would eat, like, you know, fight's over. So here's this. Let's, yeah, I did on the fly. Yeah. I don't want to put Daima Vegeta. I think I probably could even get Daima Vegeta up a couple of spots, but I really would like to respect Paikuhan's Ghost Usher there. I mean, maybe we could drop TEQ Janemba. There's a lot of arguments for some of these spots. Am I looking good with this one? You guys know the usual joke I make, like, I'm ready for, you know, 50 quote retweets from the French calling me fat and I'm an idiot. But this looks good. Although now, I mean, bro, I'm a French defender 100%. I never hated the French anyway, but now I love the fucking French because they created Expedition 33. Greatest game of all time outside of Dokkan. Like, you know, I went from neutral on the French to the lover of everything French. That's what that's where I'm at, okay? They made Expedition 33, okay? Y'all not saying shit to them on my watch. Let me just say that. So, yeah. We're good, right? Yep. This looks good. We'll see what the Global Dokkan Celebration is going to introduce to this list. We could see a lot of movement here into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I think, could easy maybe, you know, a lot of different TUR characters, maybe AGL Kid Gohan, maybe Raditz, maybe super easy A's like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? There's a lot of potential possibilities that could jump up on here. So let me know what you guys think. Here, let me just end. Let's lower the zoom down, probably just two lower zooms. And there we go. There is our list. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.